a team discussion board. So this week you're doing a group discussion, which means you need to start your discussions as early as possible in the week. So what your group is doing is you're going to calculate the construction cost that's going to be used to build a home. You're going to only see the discussion threads for your group. You're not going to see the whole class. And I've also posted an initial post so that you know you're in the right place that talks about the project. The first group member to post in your group discussion board gets to pick the floor plan. So you go on Google, you find a floor plan. It needs to be a ranch style home, so it's mostly a rectangle. Otherwise, you're going to have some issues making calculations. It needs to have at least 3 bedrooms, and the floor plan needs to have the dimensions of each room on it. So that's your first task. So person 1, you find the floor plan, you make sure it meets all the criteria, and you post the link in the discussion to your floor plan. From there, we're going to have different tasks that are going to happen for each group member, including the person who posted the floor plan. So you're going to pick one cost and post the results. So when you're looking at this, you're going to choose a room, and you're going to look at the area and the perimeter of that room. You're going to then get the cost to put in flooring, paint the walls, do some piece of the cost options, and you're going to need to make sure that you round everything to the nearest foot. So if you've got a room that's, say, 12 feet and 8 inches, just round it to 13 feet, just so that you're not dealing with decimals. Also, you need to name your cost. So if you're doing the bedroom flooring, your reply is going to say bedroom flooring. And then you're going to give me the calculation for in bedroom flooring. You would need the square footage, so the area. You would need to pick a floor tile. And then you would take the area of the room times the cost per square foot of that flooring. So Home Depot is very useful for this. So that's everyone's initial post, but one person gets to pick the floor plan, whoever posts first. Then in your replies to one another, the construction team wants all options on the project to be explored. And we know this, when we're doing quotes for construction, we get a lot of different things. You're going to pick anyone's post for a cost that has not been, ideally someone who's not been replied to, because we don't want one person with 6 replies. And just check their calculations. Make sure their perimeter and area calculation for that room is correct. And then think of a different material. So maybe they wanted ceramic tile and you pick vinyl flooring. But give a cost for a different idea, and be sure to include the URL for the cost for like the flooring or whatever the piece is, so we can see it. In your second reply post, your third total post, this one is going to be reflecting on the cost and whether you think it's reasonable or unreasonable. And that's a really personal question, because what's reasonable for me may not be reasonable for someone else. And you can propose a tweak to the dimensions of the room. So maybe you might say, I feel like this is pretty unreasonable, but this room is really big. So maybe we could take the floor plan and decrease the room size a little bit. And then share any recent experiences you've had renovating a house. So that's going to be key, and it's only 5 to 6 people in a group, so don't panic if you're not seeing a lot of posts, but it's going to be really important to get that floor plan up and posted so that everyone else can get working.